If we take a look at the 2017 Miami Marlins team, they could have had the best lineup in baseball today. However, they decided to tank and get rid of all their big names, and as a result, they still find themselves dead last in the NL East. So today, I'm going to be talking about the Miami Marlins and what they could have looked like today. Before I do, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. Also, drop a like on this video. But without further ado, let's get into it. If we take a look at the outfield alone, the Marlins had a healthy Giancarlo Stanton who launched 59 home runs that year, a Christian Yelich who wasn't quite in his prime yet, and Marcell Ozuna who's coming off the best year of his career, having hit 37 home runs. And then if we look at the infield, their catcher was JT Realmuto, who is now considered to be arguably the best catcher in baseball. Justin Bour at first, who's a pretty good power hitter, not bad at all. D. Gordon at second, who hit over 300 that year, not a bad leadoff hitter to have. And then at short and third, it was more of their weaker positions, but they had people like Dietrich, who had a power year last year, but didn't really hit for average. JT Riddle, and if it was today, they could have had Brian Anderson, who actually had a really good year. So this team could have potentially had the best lineup in baseball today. Now, on the other hand, if we look at the pitching, yes, it wasn't that good. They had Urania and Straley as their top two, and after that, it wasn't that great. And then in their bullpen, they only had Ramos, Barraclough, and somewhat Ziegler, I guess, as their quote-unquote better pitchers. But the bullpen was a disaster as well. However, I don't think many people remember this, but the Miami Marlins ended up second in their division after the 2017 season, which was a huge difference compared to what they're doing today and what was happening before that year. Now, I guess they didn't have that great of a farm system either, so they couldn't have really relied on young pitchers coming in. They really had to sign people in order to make their pitching better. But I think this Marlins team, they could have maybe signed a couple of other arms, didn't have to be big-time all-stars, and they had to sign a few bullpen pitchers, and I think that would have made a big difference for them. Another option could have been maybe trading one of the players, for example, just Marcell Ozuna or Justin Bour and JT Realmuto together instead of completely taking out the team. Now, Miami Marlins owner Derek Jeter said, quote, "We're fixing something that wasn't working." And I can kind of understand what he means by that because they were hitting extremely well, but their pitching was avoiding them from making the playoffs. They didn't really have a farm system. I get that. But what I'm saying is that they could have gotten rid of a couple of players, gotten their farm system a bit better, or gotten major league ready players, and they could have just continued going off of that. Another problem that they have, I think, is the coaching, and it starts with Don Mattingly. Don't get me wrong, Mattingly isn't a bad manager, but he's proven that he's not going to be the one that gets you to the World Series either. With the Los Angeles Dodgers, they had a very talented team there, and he made some bad decisions that ended up costing them the entire postseason. Maybe if they would have redone their whole coaching system and found a new manager, new pitching coach, maybe they could have played a bit better and none of this would have happened in the first place. Although the Marlins pitching staff looks a lot more promising because they're young and they seem to have a lot of talent than it was back in 2017, they're still finding themselves at the bottom of the NL East year after year. And that division now is filled with competition with the Nationals, the Mets, the Braves, and the Phillies. The Marlins are way back of what those teams have been building on, and so they've got a lot of work to do. But that's going to do it for today, guys. I want you guys to let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this Marlins team. Are you guys happy about the rebuild or not? Do you guys think it was a good decision? Also, like I said earlier, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and I'll see you all next time.
I got black, I got white, what you want? Hop outside a ghost and hop up in a fan on. I know I'm about to blow, oh, oh. When you